Quest presents an unabridged recording of Spring Shoots on Sunflower Street and Summer Days on Sunflower Street by Rachel Griffiths, narrated by Rebecca Courtney. Spring Shoots on Sunflower Street. Chapter 1. Lila Edwards, are you in there? Lila jumped as someone hammered on her front door, but it wasn't just someone. She knew full well who it was. Roxy Walker, her best friend and fellow resident of Sunflower Street. Lila dropped to her hands and knees on the floor behind the sofa, even though the curtains in her front room were closed, and she knew there was no way Roxy could see through the heavy material. Lila, if you don't open this door in the next 30 seconds, I'm calling the emergency services. Lila took a deep breath. It wasn't the first time Roxy had made that threat in the last few months, but it still caused a shiver to run down her spine. The thought of burly firefighters or police officers breaking down her front door and the fallout that would follow chilled her to the bone. All Lila wanted was peace and quiet, to fade into the background and be left alone to sleep, sing, cry, and wallow in her memories. She certainly didn't want to be the centre of village gossip, yet again, and having a big red fire engine outside her cottage would set tongues wagging. This would be followed by donations of casseroles and cakes she'd never eat, and then there would be the exhausting task of trying to return the correct dishes and cake tins to the rightful owners, while smiling and thanking them for the delicious offerings. Just like last time. She wiped her eyes with the back of her hand, grabbed the arm of the sofa, hauled herself up to her feet, then pushed her shoulders back. The big toe of her right foot popped through the hole in her fluffy red sock, as if in protest, so she quickly removed the socks and flung them behind the sofa. She could do this. She could open the door to her friend and smile, pretend that everything was just fine. Of course she could. Lila shuffled out of the lounge and through the hallway, turned the key, then opened the door, flinching as the light hurt her eyes. She tried to move her lips into a smile, but it felt far more like a grimace, and her top lip wavered. As she felt the full power of Roxy's gaze upon her, Lila's armpits tingled unpleasantly, and beads of sweat popped out above her upper lip. Oh, Lila.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?